Mic check. Okie dokie. Alright, so what had happened was this is recording test number 2 using a microphone. Uh, let's, let's clip that onto some chest hair. That's more realistic. There we go. Do I have the camera on? I don't know. There you go. So, what we got here is a battle report from our actually first 1,000 point game. Between me and my friend Tim. He played a 1,000 point Sisters of the Blade team, and I played a Darkspawn team. Today I'm not going to go over what Warlords is. We'll do that a different time. For now, we'll just assume that you already know what it is. If you want to know more about it, then come back later. I'll work on some explanation videos for that. But for now, yes, let's take a look at what we got. Um, I'll start with Tim's team. Tim is not here to speak for himself, so I can't really tell you what on earth the plan was. He's got his main troop with his warlord, Jolene, and he is running a battle totem. And he has the armor of metal on Jolene, and Jolene's being accompanied by 2 spell sisters and 5 blade sisters. And he also did include the original Luckstone, which you'll see is why his army only came out to 994 points, because he'd already done what he did. Jolene is his warlord. She gives him +2 bonus from Luckstones instead of +1. And he took the Mercs at Heart Doctrine, which gives him an extra initiative card if I have Spy. Pretty good idea on his fault, because I always have a Spy. Luck Be a Lady Tonight, which gets extra Luckstones for the troop. Lead by Example, which is a Luckstone every time a leader destroys a model. So he's got a lot of luck on his side. You'll see here that, ooh, you're not going to see if I do that, are you? Ooh. Jolene here, his leader of the Blade. She's his warlord that he likes using the most here. Um, she's only 128 points, so she's not like most ridiculous. But she's got Arcane Divine and Storm Tomes, and oh boy does he use her to get a lot of chain lightning going. Um, and then accompanying him is Spell Sisters. His team seems to be focused on, I'm going to have a bunch of spellcasters, and we're going to go in there and blast your face. Also, Arcane and Tome, or Arcane and Storm Tomes, they can only do 5 points, so that is the thing here, but it also doesn't have Divine on the Spell Sisters, so we don't got to worry about them healing over the place. His Blade Sisters are pretty much his most standard soldier that he likes to use in these armies here today. Pretty standard, 2 attacks, 2 damage tracks. Deflect, which I just realized he never brought up. Actually, he should have been using Deflect, and I don't think he mentioned or noticed. Vengeful, which is where they deal an extra damage back if they're hit when they're making defensive strikes. Let's see what his second troop is. That will be a Spell Sister. Gotta have all the casters in there, and that's really what wrecks me. Just chain lightning after chain lightning after chain lightning. Real quick, I'll explain chain lightning to you. Scroll down a little here, we'll get there. Chain lightning 5, range of 12, up to 5. When this spell is cast, the caster chooses up to 5 enemy models to target, and basically just pick one and then do down a row as long as they're within 2, and you only need line of sight on the first one. And then you roll attack roll against each one. So that's up to 5 damage all at once, and it's honestly kind of brutal. So, yeah, I see why he goes this way. This one also has Kalandra Silver Spell as his sergeant, and Sister Kendra with 4 bow sisters. That is his ranged unit. You'll see them in the pictures later. They are, unfortunately, the unpainted ones. Life is life. I'm sorry, I said sergeant. It is a captain. So Silver Spell is actually not a caster, despite the spell in the name. That's one of his ranged attacks. And Sister Kendra is his big weapon here. Sister Kendra has enough spell points and the Divine Tome to cast Revive. So if one of his dudes dies, or one of his ladies, because his entire army is women, they are the Spell Sisters. Are they the Spell Sisters? Nope, they're the Sisters of the Blade. Anyways, you get the idea. Kendra over here can just bring people back to life. And it's pretty scary when I take out his Warlord and he brings it right back. I can't lie to you here. I was a little scared. And so here with Kalendra and the Bow Sisters, you see he had this squad of ranged. He's learned that I have ranged, so he's gonna bring some ranged. And then his third troop is just 5 Blade Sisters with Marta. Marta is a 3-track sergeant over here. She's the one with tough. The only tough I had to worry about. Does his Warlord have tough? Okay, aside from his Warlord, not everything was just straight murder. And yeah, really not much to her. Just some boots on the ground over here. And that's most of what he's got going on with his armor. Deflect, ranged attacks. Yeah, he definitely either he auto-calculated it and didn't tell me, or he just forgot that he gets an extra bonus from deflect. Bludgeon we had to look up during this game. That only works with smaller base sizes, which, seeing as Bludgeon was on his models with standard bases, he was confused. But I let him know that when he's swinging down on someone, his base size goes up. So, in the end, he got away with some better strikes here because I told him we'll just put him on the wall. I don't know if I have a picture of that. I'll try and show you if I can. Vengeful was pretty good for him here because I did a lot of hitting. Weapon Master gotta be one of the best abilities you can have for people that go in. He's got ranged Weapon Masters as well. Pretty good. Indirect shot, rapid shot. Excellent things to have over here. Lots of spells available for Jolene. He used Bolt during this match. Just a simple 0-1 damage. He considered using Winglock. You'll see in a moment who he did. I had, I think, 4 different units that could fly, and they were causing him a bit of trouble. He used healing, and he used a crap ton of chain lightning. Not necessarily all these things he used with Jolene. I couldn't tell you who he used it with by now. We didn't really play this game with the intent of making a battle report, but I figured I'd take some pictures just in case. So that's what we'll have for you here today. What else did he hit me with? Kendra. This is the one he really got me with. Ooh, Mass Cure. Oh, dang. Yeah, I know he didn't hit me with that, but he did hit me with Resurrection. As you can see, that costs 6, which means he could do it twice with Kendra. And he didn't even realize they could immediately take an action of any type. So Jolene immediately went right back into chain lightning me as soon as she was revived. Bwamp bwamp. So let's take a look now at my army. I was playing Darkspawn, the Drow and Demons army. Now, see, I know more about mine. I know what I'm doing here. I know what I'm talking about. So, my first troop was the Witch Queen herself, and she's equipped with the Crescent of Bile, however you want to call it. That's usually what I say it as. Which allows me to also field Raltheros, who is also a warlord. So I have 2 warlords, and Raltheros will gain the summon condition. I explained I'm not gonna go find it. Thusia, the Pain Mage. My only other mage besides the Witch Queen. Raltheros has a spell, but it's really just more like his magic attack. It's not really a spell. Gotta have the Pain Mage in there for a little bit of extra. Mostly, I used her for Toxic Cloud. That's just about the only thing I actually ended up doing with her most of the time. On this fight, Toxic Cloud and Debilitating Pain, depending on how many points I have, and then some bolts when she ran out of magic. That was about all I got out of her. We'll get in later into the spells I used with Witch Queen, but oh man. But along with the same team, I also have Jaxoria, a succubus, who I replaced with an incubus for some variation, and 2 succubus warriors, and 3 demon warriors. And all of these I had started in reserve off the field, because with my doctrine, the Demonic Conclave doctrine, all demons gain the Summon Demon special action and can take 2 actions when summoned. Booyah! It was fun. But we'll get to what actually happened. I completely forgot about Vile the whole time. Oh, hello. Alright, much better. There we go. So, that probably didn't make much of a difference. Raltheros also started in reserve because of the Crescent Bile. He could be fielded as a unique and gains the Summon Witch Queen special action. So I kept him off the board, hoping I could drop him behind the lines. I had Javelith, my Asiri sergeant, that is pretty good at doing his thing. But mostly I just need him because you've got to have a sergeant in an army, and I need 2 leaders so I can run a second solo in Marilith. My Asiri archers are my default archers. Marilith was my 4th troop, and man. So Witch Queen over here, she's got Spy, Tough, whole crap ton of spells, whole crap ton of spell points. And with her Warlord benefit, she can use the damage tracks of people in her army to cast more spells. She's a spell powerhouse. I love it, and I kept her so far back the whole game that it really just... there was nothing. She was safe the whole time. Raltharos was too busy doing all the scariness. Raltharos's warlord benefits are really irrelevant because he has to be fielded as a solitaire. Um, but yeah. And then Thessia's got some spell. Yes, her name is hilarious. Um, Juxoria, the incubus in my army. Um, Ranger 6. See, this was key to my plan. My plan was to start off with Juxoria in the field, have Juxoria start off flying, because you can deploy them already flying, fly in, and then drop all my demons in behind him so that he could pincer in the demon warriors and the succubus in behind his armies while Raltharos gets deployed and hits him from the front. And so he's got to fight on two sides, keeping him weak, keeping him on his toes on where he's going to send his spellcasters. The Incubus's main cool stuff here is their flyer with swift attack, which means they can stay up in the air. As long as he's out of range of the archers, they can just come in and just start just knocking people. They hit for one back. Demon warriors, they're just pretty strong. Bloodlust 3, 4. They're good here. Good defense values. They're pretty good at getting in there and punching some people in the face. But the real scary person was Raltharos. This is what he was scared of the whole time. 244 points. Not to mention that I got 132 Warlord over here. Also, Raltharos, 10-inch wingspan on the model. Oh my gosh, he comes in. Look at all the abilities. Take me 10 minutes to read all these abilities descriptions out to you. He can regenerate on 5+, roar to shake the enemy, immunity to several tomes. None of those are tomes that he has, but you know, he's immune to them. But well, he is immune to Inferno, so I guess I could Hellfire with him in the way, and it wouldn't matter. He's not going to take the damage. Fearsome. Fearsome is when he base to bases you. You got to do discipline check to avoid being shaken. Shock is when you charge someone and then attack them, then they have to make a discipline check. So this is 2 discipline checks in a row, essentially, because I'm going to charge you and then attack you, or you're shaken, meaning it's +2, which I don't need. +2 hitting your guys. That's going to really suck for them, because I'm swinging 4 times at +8. So that's automatically 10, which hits most everything, because that 10, I'm going to roll at least a 1. There's no auto misses. I'm going to beat up most everything when I hit it. And when he does hit, where is it? Here it is. He hits 2 damage. That's what Mighty does. So, oh boy. Roar, shake things within 6 inches. But I found out that when he's not in the middle of an army, and don't really need it because Fearsome Shock will get the word dot all on its own. Burning Touch, good. Didn't need it here. Not today. Javelith, Smite's good. This dude plays good. The sisters are good, so this actually worked out here. But mostly I just needed him to use the Inspire action, which maybe I've got the name of that action wrong. I don't know. I can't remember right now. And get a plus on these, because their ranged attack is 3, which is good, but 4 would be better. I'm not running a battle totem, so their melee attack value is just going to be 1. They're pretty much not going to do anything in melee. If they get charged, they're dead. That's when they get charged is when I start thinking of doing things like or exploding sacrifice. This is when I start blowing them up. And if I'm running out of energy, I'll blow up several of them by taking away their damage tracks with cruel casting so that I can just pop everybody out. But yeah, 1 damage and shaken. Man, it's exploding sacrifice is pretty pretty brutal. And last, but definitely not least, we've got Merilith. Merilith is my big demon solitaire monster all on her own. She has 6 attacks at +5 and shock. So, same thing, when she charges, she's going to deal damage. She attacks you, your model's probably leaving the table today. Pretty disgusting attacks. Indirect shot, pretty useful. Takes an action. Rapid shot, I'd need a larger army to even start trying that one. With the Witch Queen, Mindbreak is a really good spell, but I didn't find any use for it today, but I do use that pretty often. Do believe I used Bolt at least one turn. What else did I do? Didn't need this because I didn't take any damage, but that was on the thing. I do believe I used Debilitating Pain from her instead of Thusia. I can't remember which one actually used it. I think it might have been Thusia. That's an AoE, 3-inch AoE, 18-inch range. Like, they just go out there. The amount of range I can get when I'm using the other directive for Darkspawn, you can use points from dead models that you collect, skulls essentially, to pain tokens, and you can use them to increase your range. It gets ridiculous. I really want to use this spell, but I keep forgetting to make little spectral minions. That will be fun if I do that. But mostly what I did several times was Hellfire. Take 1 point of damage and are burning. So that's like 1 damage plus, depending on whether or not they have time to put out the fire. And man, it is brutal. That covers about all the abilities that we had going for us. So I will show you some of the I was gonna show you the pictures. Here we go. Alright, let's see if we can figure out the order they're in. Oh, I've never opened a picture. Cool. How do I full screen it? Yeah. Come with me. Yeah, you're just gonna stick with me for a second. You'll be alright. We're gonna figure this out. You know what? Let's pause. Alright, much better view here. Alright, so this is, now I didn't take a lot of good pictures. I just kind of quickly took some just in case. I'll try and explain the battlefield, what we got going on here. So Tim decided to start on this side of the field. Just pretend you don't see anything that's not on the board, okay? And now looking at it from overhead, we had a bunch of empty space. Because I ended up setting my laptop over here, and this is... Well, maybe next time we'll utilize it better. We had this idea that there was kind of a crossroads where 4 properties met, and there was these this fence. These are, you'll see them in the other picture, little walls that I have, with 4 buildings set up. These are light forests. This is a little reservoir ditch goes through the property. Oh, back here is an arch with a little fishing dock off of it, and these are thick woods. Now we set up the terrain and then picked sides. I kind of thought that I was going to end up starting on this side like usual, and he'd start over here like usual. But this time he picked this side of the table, and that really threw off my plans because I put this here thinking I'd sneak up the battlefield and get in the heavy forest because heavy forest block line of sight. But I don't care. I got indirect shot, and I got spells that don't need line of sight, so I figured I'd be good. But that was not quite the case. But then going into that, let's take a look at his... Actually, yeah, let's just show his team that way. So here's his battle totem. He's just got it sitting back there. We bumped it several times. Didn't matter. I never had a chance to come back there and destroy it. I would have loved to, but I couldn't. So over here is his... Oh, did I close it? Well, I guess I can't bring up his Sisters of Battle again. So here's the archers team over here. Here's the one with no, Jolene is over here. And this is the other team. Yeah, because there's the unpainted Sisters of the Blade. But yeah, these are little walls. 3D printed these, you know. Getting that up. These are just from the Dollar Tree. Pretty good scatter terrain. Here is I think this one's less blurry. Kind of a view of my setup. I threw my mages up on top of this building here. This token here is to mark that I've deployed him flying. Yeah, I know my bases suck. Okay, you don't gotta tell me. This is the Witch Queen. And this is the Pain Mage. And down here is Merilith, the 6-armed snake demon woman, ready to go in and do whatever she can. Here's my field of archers. And like I said before, you'll notice some people missing. Here they are. I just set them off to the side of my box. There's my Skull Throne. We're not using a Skull Throne today. Skull Throne's the goblins anyways. Here's Routhros, my 3 demons, and there's some succubus laying around here somewhere chilling. Just chilling in the bag. Those are off in the reserves. So, didn't really take much in between. We got to battle. We got into it straight away, and I deployed Routhros right up here with me, and I sent Juxoria, the incubus, out. I rangered him up to here. That wasn't shown in the first battle. I took it before we did our pre-combat. So, yeah. That did not go very well. I put him out here, and he advanced his archers and destroyed it. So he never got a chance to activate because he got 2 activations in a row on the Sisters team. And they destroyed Juxoria before he got a chance to summon the demons and make everything go. Unfortunately, when the Witch Queen activated afterwards, Routhros only gets 1 action, and had to use it to summon the 2 incubus, and they summoned the demons. As you see, I lost one of the demons fighting with Jolene over here. However, that is the hole where Jolene was. I moved my archers over here into cover behind this building, and I put Javelith over here so that he could keep an eye on everybody. He doesn't actually need line of sight on anything, but I figured I'd just put him over there. And also, there's no hindrance going through this forest, so I don't know why I felt the need to go around it. I could have just walked right straight through it. But Tim's ended up trying to do the same thing. You'll notice someone else missing here. Right away, Uh, round one, Merilith comes up, and I'm going to take out Jolene, but Jolene and Merilith died at the same time. The defensive strikes from Jolene, because of the Vengeful, took Merilith out with her, so short-lived battle. And you'll see in the next round uh, what went wrong there. I think that's just more. Here's a nice little dramatic shot. I'm not done painting Ralthros. All I painted was the red. We'll get the rest later. Thankfully, these are pointed away from the camera so that the naked succubus don't get me demonetized. And my purple pain mage up here. But yeah, you can see here that we've got some demons. Just a little bit of a view of the battlefield from the battlefield. And no, I want to rotate. Here is a view from round 2, I believe. Hold on 1 second. I just want you to rotate it, buddy. Come on, we're doing it live. All right, there we go. Here's the view from round 2. Which, let me see if I took notes, because I'm really starting to forget what happened. Oh, yes, Jolene resurrected back here in the backfield. While I start panicking, Ralthros takes out some of the Sisters of the Blade over here with his attacks, and I deal some damage with my succubus as they fly in doing their swift attack. She did take 1 damage, but they got some damage in. They did their thing. Shots were fired on all sides and pretty much missed on all sides. I did some damage with mine over here. They surrounded Javelith, but that's okay. The secret plan, if you secretly want to know, is to blow him up. But I don't know if you can tell how too far away he was for that. So that really wasn't a thing that was going to happen in this battle. What else happened to this round? This is where I stopped taking notes because we were just having fun for the day. I really wasn't treating it like a battle report. Let's see if I can see what went on. He has damage on him at this point. They've cast several spells, like I said, with all the explosions. I do believe chain lightnings were attempted. Oh my god, here's the thing. Hellfire, right? The thing I was so excited about. My Hellfire. Now there's a bomb you can buy. Gives it for 20 points where you can just let a figure cast Hellfire. And the only one that can cast Hellfire is the Witch Queen. She's the only one with the spell points, the max spell points, or the max in a single cast, whatever it is, to do it. So here she is, casting Hellfire, but I'm casting it into these mages, which is good for me because that means less spells for him to cast on me, but bad for me because I don't think I ever got any damage off of the Hellfire. Go ahead and cover that up there. It's not detailed anyway, so you know what you know what's not going on here. Here you can see the last remainder over here about to be completely devoured by a demon. And yeah, so moving into round 3. I do believe, if I recall, the sisters took initiative here. I move Ralthros in, and then he really doesn't move far from here. These guys are pinned down. All they can do is fire and pray. Witches are over here so far from everybody because they're shooting at like 16, 17 inches over here that it really doesn't matter. They're just standing on top of a building so they keep their line of sight and just blasting out, doing stuff. You'll see here in the next round, I start blowing up my archers. Well, maybe I don't have a picture of it from that. But, let's see. Yes. So in the next round, they moved in, and I was like, now's my time. And I think that's actually the end of my photos. Yeah, I don't know. That's some TikTok video. So what happened at the end here? The Sisters player was for sure that he was going to lose. Rauthos was going to destroy everything. I killed off 3 of my archers to explode some of my archers and get some damage in here. But it wasn't enough because while Rauthos was attacking some people over here, and while he did great damage, this is where they jumped up on the wall, by the way, and he figured out that he could reach down and bludgeon my people. So I jumped up on the wall with him. I actually had to land my succubus so that they could deal more damage. But Rauthos actually died in defensive strikes, and he has regeneration, which helped him out earlier. But as you can see, he doesn't have tough. So when he was killed, he just died. And in the end of 5th round, that was our goal to play 5 rounds and end, he had more points than I did, not even including his battle totem, which you can see he's already covered with cloth, not paying attention. And that was it. I was making some demanding destructions. I think he missed out on some of the key destructions that he did in the beginning with some excellent getting Marilith destroyed and basically not losing 6 spell points. Or maybe I guess 7 because he then healed Jolene, and that was it. And damn. He thought he was going to lose. He thought Rauthos was going to destroy everything. But man, I mean, you swing back. Rauthos is hard to hit. But he's not impossible to hit. So I lost this one. And yeah. That's all I got for the battle report for you today. Maybe in the future I'll try and do some more reporting for you for sure. I love this game. Warlords Reaper, it's excellent. Some of my stuff, oh no, I've only got one 3D printed thing, was my Incubus because I just wanted a different model. But yeah, we mix it up with Reaper and whatever models you want, the plastic, the metal, it's all good, baby. But yeah, if you want to see more, I don't like, I'm not saying hit the subscribe button for my accounts. I'm saying if you want to see more about Reaper, miniature, the Warlords game in specific, come on back. I will be actually trying to cover it a little bit more. But yeah, thank you for joining me for this 40-minute thing that actually started as an audio test, and I just kept going. So if I just waited 40 minutes of my life on an audio test because the audio is bad, then, well, dang. But otherwise, thank you. Have a good day, and until next time. Oh, wait, I needed that window.